Welcome back, everybody. It's Bill Ruggiero again, and we're going to just quickly go over once you have SARA installed on how to log in and quickly get set up on a monitoring type of system. So once you're set up on SARA, you should have a SARA icon in your start menu. I'm just going to boot the program up on my computer. And when you boot the program up, you'll have a screen that looks like this. Notice there's just some file stuff, none of this which you can access until you log in. But there's a login passcode system here. You click on that, log in and create account. And you can't actually create account anymore from the SARA application. It used to have that. I changed it, like I said in previous videos, to be tied into the New York Center portal. But again, I will just type in my same credentials that I have on my website. Name and password. And again, that is the login name, the display name that you used on the website, not your email. And you hit login account. Oh, that's not working. I must have typed in something different. Oh, and I did. And it's not ZNYTMU, it's ZNYTMO. There you go. You should get this screen. It should tell you who you are and that you're heart beating. That means you've been contacting the server. And this, you're just going to be sitting here looking at this. Nothing too exciting. A couple of things of note. Your email should be up there. You should have your username up right there. And an access level. Of course, I'm access level FAA. Everybody else should be SARA user. That's important. It has to do with what you can move around and what you can access. A couple other things to note. You have a few more options under setup options. Some of these are not accessible to non-FAA users, but these particular tabs will go through now. They become active. More importantly, on the bottom on our status bar, we have a couple of things. This last heartbeat tells you the last time the program contacted our SARA server, so you can tell if some internet access problem prevents you. This is the last time you checked for all the users on the system, so if a new facility or a new user logged in, this is the last time that was refreshed. Tarmacs, this tells you how many tarmac requests are you're currently displaying or monitoring in the system, and that will change. It updates again and it gives you a number. So here's the last of time it updated, and of course this is the number. Oops, I'm sorry. This is the number of ones that you have in there. These are messaging, works the same way. How many messages are pending, and of course the last time it checked. And the status here tells you the last time the screen, this white screen, has been updated. Now it won't stay white for long. So now that you're logged in, you know your heart beating. If any of these things on the bottom are red, you have a problem, and you should log out and try again. If the problem persists, contact me. But the most easiest way to get running on SARA is to go up to File, hit Load a Setup. You should open up to a folder structure that looks like this. Again, it is going to be different on everybody's computer. This path most definitely is going to be different. Your SARA installs itself in a secure, isolated storage system, so you're going to have a very long path, but it will open up back to the same one. But you can store these setup files that I'll show you here in a minute anywhere you want, as long as you remember where you stored them. But on the initial setup, it should open up to this, and you should have these. The XML files are the ones really to note. This particular one here, the default ZNY setup, if you just highlight that, hit open, and it will go out, and what it's done now, it's loaded a background image, it's loaded all the restrictions that it found in New York Center, in this particular setup anyway, into the screen. It's also loaded two tabs. There's a arrival tab and there's a departure tab, and that's how I have it kind of configured. And we'll go into the basis of filters and things before how to set this up to best suit your need. But understand that this root status is common, because that's the idea, is to have all the different facilities link it together so we're all looking at the same information. But setups again are very simple. Load a setup. These are the files. I could set up a text. I've set up some default ones here, but the key is you could set them up, move things around, and we'll go over that in later videos any way you want. Go into File and hit Save a Current Setup, and you can save that setup. Do not save over the default setups. If you do, they may not update if I push different setups out, but you can move anything around that you'd like and then save it as your own setup and recall that setup anytime you want. It's worth to note that if somehow you close out of the SARA program by mistake, you get back in, all you got to do is click Load a Setup and you'll be right where you were before. So the program will have the departure status, the arrival status tab, and then there's a messaging status tab. and we'll go over those particular issues in a little bit. So that should get you up and running. This particular status setup will continuously update as New York Center. This is the facility that we're watching here. Updates there. So as you can picture, the traffic management unit is using this to keep track of its status, and it will be mirrored onto your screen as it changes. And we'll come back with another video to describe some of the functionality.